Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 8th episode of Shoujo Kageki Revue Starlight. And in the last episode, we had a lot of important things kind of go down. Well, a lot of important information kind of given to us. So, Banana, we got into her backstory, but also apparently she has been through this song and dance before, like many times before. And she's just succeeded every time, keep winning the giraffe uh, tournament. And basically winning, becoming the top star and getting her wish of being able to stand on whatever stage she wants. And that stage kept being like the 99th Starlight performance there. So she kept doing that over and over and over and over again, and just never getting tired of it, I guess. Which explains a lot about how she's so good at everything and can help out other people with everything, so a lot kind of made more sense once we got that reveal. But things kind of started to get shaken up as soon as you had Hikari show up, and not something she's used to, so this iteration of these events is different because of Hikari alone, so Banana finally doesn't know how things are going to go. So that probably affected a lot of her decision making as well. But anyway, yeah, that was really mostly what last episode was about. So let's get into this episode and see what happens next. Three, two, one, play. And it shall be bestowed upon you, the star which you have longed for. And little Hikari. So I've heard. And yes. I, I don't think there's anything better in this world than girls holding hands with each other. Just saying. And it's kind of a peak of happiness right there. But yeah, Banana seems like she's gonna be the final boss, is kind of what last episode kind of set up. But it's not a thing I saw coming. And yeah, the flashbacks, Banana was a lot taller than some of the other girls. Like, I mean, she's still pretty tall, but I don't know. She's like, she had Karoku and, I think it was Futaba. She's like all up against her in that one bench scene. They seem so much shorter than her. And I actually went back and watched some of the older episodes, like episode 3. And it actually was better than I remember it being. Like, I don't know why, but I don't remember it being that awesome. But yeah, some of the stage performances in this show were just top tier. So who's in bed? Oh, interesting. Wow, this is great. Of course, gotta wear yourself. It's cool that we're getting this. Looking very good there, Hikari. Good to hear. Wow, I didn't expect her to have so much cute stuff. Some great Gatmoa with this character. Yeah, she just might do that. Uh, yes, definitely a known. Yes, you can't forget that. I love the parallels there between her and Cotton. That's great. You that's I didn't know she could smile that cutely, actually. That was good. But yeah, I'm really oh wow, that's a nice background shot. I mean I'm really glad we're getting this. Yes. Is this the same Hikari? I'm not even sure right now. I guess stuff happens. Stretch. Man, just getting to see Hikari in this different environments. Big crown. Man, she is sweating. Oh, you're already perfect, Hikari. Don't even feel like you need to change. Oh wow, we're actually going full on flashback. This is this is everything I've wanted. She's so cute. They're both so cute. Is that what she meant? Don't. Oh wow, that's just mean. Can this be the rest of the anime right here? Just so tiny. Yes, you can do that. uh, can't say no to that face. Uh, uh, don't fall, Cotton. And more handholding. Wow, it's just that's great. That's just like the shot later in the series, earlier in the series, later in life. You know what I mean? It's great. She is just so cute. This is not even fair. Oh man, that's so great. Just and they're still holding hands. So tiny. Yes. And I love you. I love you. Love each other. And they got their their clips. But yeah, I guess things changed. And that familiar ringtone. Okay. Really nice looking stage. Oh my god, I did not think you'd get any more creepy, man, but you proved me wrong. Holy shit. Just never speak English again, please. I beg of you. I legitimately did not think you could get any creepier than me. That I'm taken aback. Yeah, we've already seen someone transcending time, so we have proof that that works. Of course. The very bottom. Well, she was at the bottom. Rose up quickly, though. Gonna make a joke about Hikari being the bottom, but she rose too quickly. Uh, well, number 2. That's not number 1. So I guess they had their own, that school had their own version of the review. The giraffe review. I'm still not sure what I want to call those, really, but... More glorious sweat. It's probably because of winning the review. Good question. Still don't fully understand that myself, really, but... Not oppression. Nothing. Huh. I think we're starting to be painting a picture here. Oh man, the effects. Did losing the review rob her of something? Is that why she changed? Would that be why she doesn't want Cotton to participate and lose? Oh, it's a hand. Okay, that's terrifying. It's not part of the script, Hikari, I guess. Oh, wow. Yeah, she's definitely changed a lot. Okay. Starting to scare me a little bit, Hikari. Yeah, definitely not the person you were before. More similar to what we know now. Reminded me of Homer from Madoka even more. You made a promise with Cotton and all that, remember? You went to Don Don for that? Yes, at least you remember. That is a little bit messed up, but... Yeah, never trust a giraffe. Just skeleton giraffe there. Don't you hate it when a giraffe ignores your phone calls? Uh, how would he even hold the phone? Not that ringtone again. What's with the glimmering light on the skeleton? Oh god. I mean, I already knew it was supposed to look like a giraffe, but still. Yeah, the star tiara. Okay. So it was your glimmer that was taken. That's what we're gonna be calling it. So yeah, you basically take it from everyone else to give it to just the winner. Yeah, I don't underestimate her love for Cotton. going to a different school and doing their review? Is that why she goes to the other school? Yeah, okay. It's all coming together now. Almost pretty much all the dots have been connected now. So I guess the little light thing on the skeleton was supposed to be representing Glimmer that he stole from her. You know, I called Banana the final boss, but really, the giraffe is the final boss. Okay, yeah, I love how we finally really got to the point where everything makes sense. That girl referring to Conan. But they're gonna become top stars together. You just wait and see, Giraffe. You'll accept that one way or the other. I don't care if everyone says otherwise. Yes, more like for Conan's sake, but yes. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is... Man, I already got chills just thinking about this fight. Yes. I'll try to pay attention to the lyrics this time. And the volume as well. Man, up against Banana. This isn't gonna be easy. And I seriously got serious chills. I can't believe how invested I feel in this fight. It's not about the size. Man, the real Banana. It's just hard to read lyrics and dialogue at the same time, while also paying attention to the fight. That is pretty small, though. Really doesn't even feel like it's Banana, but I guess she put up on kind of a front before. Just the next level special effects. I don't need your protection. Come on, Hikari. Oh, nice transition to another fight. Claudine versus Kaden. This is really great. My love for Hikari. Yes. Which is basically what that's code for. Man, you seem so terrifying sometimes, Banana. Back to the hand. Your love for Cotton, we already established that. This isn't looking good, though. I love the way she's just lovingly looking at her. It's great. I mean, if you ever find a girl that looks at you like that, just put a ring on it. Uh, yes. But this is not looking good. I mean, Cotton seems to be doing better. uh, yeah, she didn't know that, though. In fact, Cotton kind of stumbled into this. Yes. Yeah, you don't have much glimmer left, Kikari. You kind of have to protect that. This is just, it's not even a fight anymore. It's just getting painful to watch. Ugh. Yeah, but... Come on, Hikari. Even, I love how the hair clip slightly glimmered there. I'll show you how bright I can shine. Man, I got so many chills, it's not even funny. Barely in the splash zone. Guess that's unprecedented. Oh god damn, that's a lot of water. I mean, Hikari knows how to get the girls wet. Oh wow, this is... Oh my god. Oh, that's some great line. Man, this is so amazing. I love this show. Man. Come on, Hikari. Hey. Come on, decisive blow. Uh, and fall down. Oh my god. Yes. Oh my god. That that was incredible. I cannot believe how truly invested I felt in that entire, really the episode, but especially that fight at the end there. That was, I, oh my god, I cannot believe how good the show is. That, I didn't want to keep repeating myself to be a broken record, but I was having chills through a good portion of that. You don't even know. That was just so well done. Everything just, I thought for sure Hikari was gonna go down there near the end, but she just really, that caught in love and everything, and the glimmering and just the water and everything, just getting her glimmer back, and just, it was just all so good. The fact that they had to be a bit of a parallel with Hikari's battle and Cotton's battle, and just the lyrics about the promise and all that, just their love blossoming and being seated as children and blossoming out they're older, just, it was all, I don't want to use the word perfect, but man, that was just so next level, all of it just... And the episode reminded me a lot of my favorite episode of Madoka, which was episode 10, I believe. It reminded me a lot of that too. The way we got into Hikari's story, how she went from that to that. It was just all so good. I don't... This was a 10 out of 10 episode. It's as simple as that. I might end up talking about this episode for a while after it's done. Ugh. Man. You still creep the hell out of me, man, you know that? Uh, okay. Okay. I almost want to take a few minutes just to collect my thoughts before I talk about it, but... okay. Okay. So, this episode... Just let me drink my water real quick. Just take a deep breath. Okay. This was the best episode of the series, in my opinion. It has some good episodes. I love the one with Kaoru and Futaba, and their struggle was good. I think that may have been my favorite one before this one. But this episode was so good. Okay. We started off with Hikari. We showed her at her old school because she obviously transferred from this school to the school in Japan, and we had a lot of questions about that. We didn't want to go into that yet, really. Hikari, Kaden had her questions about that, but Hikari didn't really open up too much about that. But yeah, we got to see her going to the school, and she honestly seemed, in these early segments of the flashback, she seemed quite a bit different. She seemed not too different than her childhood self. She seemed very happy, excited, energetic, really, happily sending letters to Kaden and all that. So I was really thinking, okay, what happened? Something clearly happened to change that. That was in the back of my mind for a lot of it before I actually brought it up. I was thinking about that. And we just get to see her daily routine, her cute animals or cute toast. I've always wanted a toaster like that. I think I've seen them on the internet before, like a while ago, but yeah, just weighing herself and all that. And we learned about the significance of weighing herself later on when she loses something. So I got that later on. I didn't comment on that, but I did pick up on that, what they were going for there. And yeah, she went to school, a school very similar to the one in Japan, just very much Western, for obvious reasons, because she's in Don Don currently. That really was funny, Cotton. But yeah, it was pretty similar in a lot of ways. It had similar people. It just also had its, giraffe review thing. And Hikari eventually got involved with that because she wanted to be a top star, I guess, where the Starlight Tiara, or Star, whatever it was called. But unfortunately, she didn't know exactly how it worked. Again, reminded me even more of Madoka. He didn't tell everyone the exact rules of the competition. Whereas Madoka, they weren't told about, certain rules involving the soul and the soul gem and all the little details. And in this, he doesn't talk about how it's very much a winner-takes-all gambling match in the end, and everyone loses their glimmer. And we've talked about glimmer before in the series, the sparkle, whatever you want to call it. There was a big thing with Mujirou about finding her glimmer. Like, we had something about that a while ago with her focus episode. But with this episode, that the concept was definitely more prominent because it's definitely a very real thing, a non-tangible thing, but something all these stage girls have. And basically the top star ends up getting everyone else's, so she has maximum glimmer and can stand on whatever stage she chooses. And Hikari participated in this, and she ended up not winning. She did very well, though. She got number 2, but, it almost doesn't really count. You lost, so you lost your glimmer. So we had this whole thing with Hikari wondering about what's different about her, why she doesn't really feel anything, which is on the stage, and nothing negative, nothing positive, pretty much nothing. It's just a lifeless activity. She just doesn't feel anything anymore. And she thought she lost something, so we had this scene where she was walking. And I was really confused about that. At first, she was talking about these little random things. I was like, okay, Hikari, have you lost it? But I eventually realized what she was doing there. She was trying to figure out what she had lost. And because, she had lost some weight, I guess, but that weight was not something she would just notice on herself. It was her glimmer. And that's why we had that scene in front of the skeleton, which may not have meant, maybe it wasn't like literally a giraffe, maybe it was something else, but it was obviously meant to represent our evil giraffe overlord there. And a little sparkle on itself, which I didn't get at first, but I did eventually realize, I hope you see a pattern here, that it was referring to the glimmer that he stole from Hikari. Of course, he stole glimmer from other people as well, but Hikari's the only one we care about from the school, obviously. And she actually was a very unprecedented case because her love for Kaden and was so strong that she was actually able to maintain some of her glimmer and eventually, at the end of the episode, actually grow it into something stronger. So that was honestly really great, but I'll get into that later. So she actually confronted the giraffe again, very similar to Homer confronting Kyubey about how he wronged her and the other magical girls. And I really do think there's a lot of inspiration taken from Madoka with this anime. Like, some people have talked about Revolutionary Girl Lieutenant, which I've not seen, and how it's similar to that in some ways, but it's definitely similar to Madoka in some ways, in my opinion. And the giraffe actually gave her a chance, and this is where we finally get to start to tie into why exactly she came to Japan. It wasn't just because she loved Cotton and wanted to see her again, but it was a second chance, essentially, and she wanted to take it. Well, also to, protect Cotton and all that. I'm sure that had a lot to do with it as well, but the point is it was an offer that the giraffe made, and she took him up on it and went to the school. And it also makes sense why Banana, she had her whole thing where she won the review over and over again, and she was able to keep doing it over and over again. And it makes sense that the reason, I almost called it Homura, Hikari went to the school is related to the review thing as well, because it makes sense that any deviation in this whole review thing would also be related to a review, just a different review, because we also got to reveal that there's apparently more than one of these things, probably hundreds of them. Maybe not hundreds, at least dozens of them at different schools. So yeah, it makes sense that that would all kind of tie in together somehow. It wasn't just the giraffe saying, "Hey, let me just magically teleport another girl here to shake things up." It was a bit more well written than that. So I do like how all that tied in together. And just it also makes sense why Hikari didn't really want Cotton to participate in the review. It wasn't just because she wanted to win. I kind of feel bad for thinking Hikari was kind of a bitch the way she handled Cotton doing the review. I do kind of feel bad about that. Of course, I was not wrong to think that, because the audience was kind of intended to have some of those misunderstandings before we got more information. But still, I do feel a little bit bad nonetheless, because she just didn't want Cotton to be screwed over by this whole crooked system. She didn't want her to lose her glimmer, because that would be horrible. You don't want your wife to lose her glimmer. I mean, that kind of ruins the whole standing on the stage promise thing that they had going on. And that promise is definitely something that's kept with Hikari a lot. I don't know why I keep getting their names mixed up. I think because they could have each other's names and it would still fit. I think that's the main reason why. But I kind of lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Yeah. Okay, because the promise with Cotton is really what the main trigger for getting Hikari to remember her glimmer and all that. So the promise is definitely a very big factor with a lot of this, and it's kind of just a physical representation of their love for each other. So they just kind of the referencing the promise is basically referencing their love for each other. You can kind of see that that's kind of something they're going for here. I mean, it's not that subtle, but it's just kind of a thing. And then we finally got into some real Hikari review goodness, which we haven't really got a whole lot so far in the series. It's just mostly been seeing Kata and stuff, but we actually got Hikari versus Banana. And Banana very much seems different than usual. She's kind of a different person on the stage, which makes sense, when you take into consideration everything that's happened involving her. But what was interesting with this, well, at first I thought we were going to do a thing where we got a cliffhanger, and the next episode we got the battle between them, because I wasn't sure how much time was left with the episode. But we actually got the battle, and not just that battle. We also got to see Claudine versus Cotton, which I think Cotton won that. I honestly wasn't paying much attention to that battle. I was just so fixated on Hikari's battle. It was just so good. Hikari really did seem like she was at a disadvantage for the bulk of the fight. She would just Banana talking smack about her tiny weapon and just beating her back, and it didn't even look like a fight for a while there. I was just really getting demotivated there. I was like, come on, Hikari, please don't lose. Like, I was really starting to think she would lose. I mean, usually with anime, I would always assume there would be some kind of last minute epic comeback, but this time I was really worried that she would lose there. I really can't express to you guys with words how emotionally invested I was in this show. Like, I'm not the best at conveying my emotions through facial expressions. I'll admit that. It's one of my weaknesses as a reactor. But I was 100% just completely invested in this. You don't even know. And just once Hikari started to make her comeback and the water started to fly around them, and then not only was it a big tidal wave around them, but you really got to zoom in on them and the water around them making up their own, like, the background of the fight. It was just so cool. Like, the word epic is thrown around a lot, but man, that was just, I would call that epic. I don't use the word a lot in my reactions, but I would call that epic. That was just so amazing. And she just, the swinging and just everything, she won in the end. It was great. And yeah, I don't really know what to say anymore beyond that, but I'm going to rewatch this episode a lot. But I'm going to watch that review near the end there a lot. So if I missed anything dialogue wise, because I was just so just don't even know what to say. But yeah, I'll watch it again, so don't worry about me having missed something, some important dialogue, because I'll get it eventually, because I will rewatch this. Yeah, I don't know what else is to say. I guess I can talk more about the childhood stuff I actually kind of forgot to talk about, but that was just the cutest thing in the world, just seeing the little child Hikari and Kanen just getting along so well, being so close, just they love each other so much, and Kanen not wanting Hikari to go to Don and leaving her behind. That was just the cutest thing in the world. Just, I don't know, man, just I love it. They were so tiny. Hikari trying to look over the counter to buy something, buying the little hair clips, just stand on top of the one playground thing in front of the tower, similar to the one shot we got in the series itself. I don't remember when it was. It was probably around episode 4 or 5, but we know that I think it was the date episode where they kind of went on a date. Hikari went on her little silly trip with the jellyfish pictures and stuff. You know that episode. So I really like that as well. That apparently, so when I do see that one scene of them being older, once I see that, it'll have more emotional impact than I did the first time, because I'll know that that was not the first time they did that. Then there was a lot more meaning behind that scene. So that's really cool as well. This is just such a great show. This is such an underrated anime. Why are there not more people watching this show? I almost passed up this show, which would have been one of the biggest mistakes of my anime watching career, because this is a very, very good anime. This is probably gonna be one of the shows where MyAnimeLIst score like skyrockets a bit when it ends. I kind of feel like that might be the case. I actually haven't been keeping track of its score on MyAnimeLIst. I probably should have been doing that, but I think it's been hovering around the low to mid 7s. But yeah, this was the best episode of the series in my opinion. It was a 10 out of 10 episode. I could not suggest anything to make this episode better. Usually I can. Usually I can say, well, this scene would have been a little bit better if this happened, but I really can't come up with anything. This episode really was perfect. I can't. This was the best episode. I know I should probably ended this video off a while ago, but I just want to keep talking about it. I just wish I had more to say. I mean, I should probably skim through the episode real quick to see if there's anything else I can just scrounge up to talk about, really. I mean, come on, there's gotta be something. I mean, yeah, there's really not much. Oh yeah, there's the giraffe's English was the most frightening thing I've ever seen in my life. I legit thought that giraffe could not get any creepier, and then he spoke English. I almost wanted to just pause the video when he started speaking English. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wanted to leave, but yeah, just please, I hope the series ends with him dying. That's all I want. I want Kaden and Hikari, after they do their inevitable battle together, it ends in a tie. They both turn to face the giraffe. They lift up their swords and they stab him together, and then they become top star together. That will be the perfect way to end off the series. So please do that. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.